Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you? Let's start. So just wait a minute. We can start now. Okay, I'm so sorry for we know the delay. We have 2 minutes delayed. Okay, so let me start, guys. Hi, everyone. Good evening. So you're welcome to this demo class and free webinar on clinical SaaS and project demonstration. Because when we are talking about the clinical SaaS, the project demonstration, the clinical demonstration is important. See, usually what we study and what we get trained in the SaaS is having three levels. One is SaaS base, that is also basics, and then SaaS advance, and then we add to the clinical part. Okay, that is actually the industrial hands-on training in clinical SaaS. So let me tell about our journey about SaaS. We have started the SaaS almost 2 years back. Not 2 years back, I think 1.5 year, more than 1.5 year. We started the SaaS at Climed. And we started with the SaaS base program. Okay, the first program was SaaS base. And then we added SaaS advance also to the base. And then we made a package of SaaS base and advance. And till date, we have completed successfully four batches of around 80 participants, because that is completely individual hands-on training and end-to-end engagement with the students, because in software installation in the query resolutions and all, it takes time. So our batch is restricted to 20 seats only for the clinic, for the SaaS programs, because it needs a lot of time to resolve the queries, to teach individual students. Until now we have completely I'll say proudly, we have completed four batches, and with the full seats. Okay, with the full seats, every time we have completed the batches with the full seats, and people are very happy. Their feedbacks encouraged us to do more and to come up with the more things. So this time, with the fifth batch of SaaS, Climed is coming up with the full package of all three. So this will be a 6 months program. Okay, this will be a 6 months program where we are including SaaS base, advance, and clinical practical demonstration, clinical project demonstration also. And people know our mentors are from the industry. They have the very wide range of experience in different companies, very well-known companies like Eli Lilly, Novartis, LabCorp, and all. Clintia. So they have our team of SaaS have the the great experience in the industry, and they are still working for the industry and teaching our students, our participants. So we are starting this course, and in this course we have filled around 16 seats. In the current batch we have completed around 16 seats, and 4 seats are still available. Okay, 4 seats are still available for our this clinical SaaS program course. Let me share, before we start, for a minute, let me share the brochure with you. Okay, because today we have the demonstration class. Today will be, our faculties will tell you about the clinical SaaS, and they will be talking about the entire process. They will be talking about the career opportunities after clinical SaaS, and they'll be clearing your doubts in today's class. Okay, we are supposed to start this batch today and tomorrow. This fifth batch, but today's class is kind of am I audible, guys? Someone is writing that I'm not audible.
Yes, it's audible, Ajit. Maybe it might be the issue from his end.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Thank you, Ashok bhai. So, we are starting this batch. So, we are actually, officially starting today. So today's class is kind of induction class and the demonstration class for all of you. Okay. So I welcome our 16 participants also to this batch, and I'm inviting all of you also. If you are interested in learning SAS, you can come and join us. You can come and join Climed for our clinical SAS batch, which includes all three levels. So let me just share for a minute. So this is our browser. I hope you all have gone through this browser, but still this is my duty to show you what we are coming up with. So this is a comprehensive training and certification in clinical SAS, and we are one of the premium company. We are one of the premium institution which gives this certification in clinical SAS and in base and advanced SAS. We are one of the premium institute in India right now for the SAS certification. Okay, so combined package of base, advanced with the clinical SAS project work. Okay, and we are starting this course this week. So you can see the exact highlights: exclusive SAS learning from clinical and other purposes, combined package of all three, live classes, recordings available on demand if you miss the class, hands-on training through assignments and cases, SAS practice software installation will be helped by our team. And then you can see the syllabus. It includes all three: base SAS topics, and then look at the advanced SAS topics, and then look at the complete SAS clinical program. Okay, so everything will be completed within 5 to 6 months. 6 hours per week's learning. There will be 2 classes every week on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, there'll be 2 classes every week on Saturdays and Sundays. The course of delivery is definitely virtual, completely online. Classes will be on Zoom or Google Meet. So this course is actually 20,000 for the individual person. If you are individually, if you want to register, it is 20,000. But as you are joining us today, we'll be giving you this course only in 14,999. Okay, so that is one thing for all of you. If you want to register, 14,999, and all 16 seats are filled at this price of 15 to 20,000 only. Remember this. So today's, because we have started the course, and there are 4 seats vacant. That's why you are getting this chance. If you want, you can join us in 14,999, and that is also you can pay into installments. Okay, you can pay into installments. So that's all from my side for that. I would like to invite our mentors to demonstrate the class and to come up and discuss about the career opportunities in clinical SAS, guys. So I'll invite, we have Mr. Ashok with us. He is M-Farm by background, and he's working in the industry. He has 5 years plus experience. And then we have Dr. Tarun Rashe. You must know, he's our director operations, and he's also the clinical SAS instructor. So I welcome Ashok, Mr. Ashok. So Ashok sir, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Ajit.
Thank you,
Ajit. Thank you, Ajit, for giving this opportunity. Okay. Yeah, good evening, everyone. I think everyone is fine, and everyone is keen to start the SAS session point of thing. I think so. So before that, just let me share my screen. Let me know if you can able to see my screen.
Yes, Ashok. Yeah, it's visible.
I want in deep point of thing. I will go just a second. Just give me a minute. So probably most of the members, or most of the thing are from science background or life science background. I think so. Why? Because I'm saying life science background, because we have introduced the clinical SAS here. So previous, what Ajit has specified, we have concentrated more on SAS point of thing, into the base and advanced level point of thing. As of the thing, we have introduced the clinical. So here we are introducing a project. We are going into a project point of view. Whatever the concepts that we are learning in base. So just whatever the concepts that we have learned in base and SAS point of thing, until now, what we have done, we have gone with some of the examples that we are having. But what are the concepts that we are going to learn in base advanced, that we are going to implement that relevant information into, and we will correlate that topics with that of the project, or we can say the data what we are having, the real-time analysis point of view. So if you look into the market, most of them might not be focusing onto the clinical sector, but most of the thing are focusing on base advanced, and to the clinical part of the thing, they are going into some extent only. They are not having the boundaries. So they are having some boundaries that they have been restricted. So we are not in a that particular scenario point of thing. We are in a well open-minded point of thing, and we want to share whatever the information that is present with us, and whatever the things that has been going around in the industry or in the market point of thing, how the things are going to be changed, or how the things has been changed. So we will be focusing mostly on to that. So here we'll not have any restricted manner. So we'll be in an elaborated thing, and you can ask anything what you are having in your minds, what could be the career opportunity, or if you're having any sort of doubts or queries in the topic wise, if you are not able to understand, you can also approach us after the session point of thing, after that particular session point of thing, so that we can have a personal point of approach with you. We are having the feasibility. Tarun is also there, and if I am not available, he will be taking care if any sort of the things. So we'll be having a lot of ample of knowledge to share in the coming days. As we are traveling, we are going to travel for morely 5 to 6 months of duration. Means that is not the limitation. After that also we'll be having some sort of communication, but as an attachment into the classroom sector point of thing, we'll be traveling around 5 to 6 months. So coming to the core point of thing, here just I want to discuss, I just don't want to say whatever the content that is present in the presentation point of thing. So as all the things we know better only, means what are the clinical trial phases that are present. If you look into the all the demonstrations point of thing, or if you look, if anyone is starting this, they will be starting with the clinical prospect only. What are the phases that are present? What exactly the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4 studies will be present. So that also we know what is that NDA submission. Okay, as well as we'll be having, before the NDA submission, we need to perform the operations onto the animals. Okay, so that submission, after that particular submission, ANDA point of thing submissions, we'll be having NDA submissions, we will be having. So after completion, suppose I will go in a flow manner point of thing. Just I will open the. So here in the base, what I will say is, just I will focus, first of all, I will say what is SAS, and I will correlate that SAS with that of how that will be implemented in the clinical sector point of view. So basically the base SAS and advanced SAS we are having. In the SAS point of thing, we are having 2 modules, that is base as well as advanced. And coming to the base point of thing, we will be writing the basic codes. Okay, the generalized codes point of thing, like a data step. Okay, what we can say is data step, as well as we will be going into the proc steps. Nothing but procedures we will call it as. Here coming to the data step point of thing, what we will be having here is, so how to access the data and how to manage the data. So first of all, I will say, I will use the terminology data, then I will specify and I will correlate what exactly the data means here. So here in the data step, we'll be accessing the data. So here in the data step, we will access the data and we will manage the data. Okay. These are the 2 steps that will be performed in data step. And coming to the proc step, so whatever the data that we have accessed, or whatever the data after accessing the data, whatever the data we are going to manage using some of the techniques. So basically, if I want to work on a particular data, so if I want to work on a particular data in SaaS point of thing, that data should be present in the SaaS environment. Basically, that is a criteria. So to import the SaaS or to get the information into the SaaS point of view, suppose what happens, my data, whatever the data that I'm receiving, that data might be present in an text format, or it might be present in a CSV file, or it might be present in a Excel file, or it might be present in a dataset format, any format of file. Okay, it may be present in any format. Basically, what I need to do is I need to convert that particular data that is present in any format into a SaaS format. Why I need to convert? Because if I want to work on that particular data, what I need to do, I need to convert it into SaaS point of view. Why that is required? Because whatever the concepts that I'm going to apply, that will be applicable only when the data is present in SaaS format. So generally, if you look into this, this is a SaaS environment. What I can say is, if you look into this, this is a SaaS 9.4 version. So we will be providing this software to you all, or if it is not applicable, if it is not applicable, we can go with the SaaS Studio also, that university edition that is also present. But we will provide this software. So whatever the program that we are going to perform, or whatever the logics that we are going to write, we will write only in this SaaS environment in the editor window. If you look into this, this is the editor window, this is a log window, and this is output window, and this is Explorer, and this is a result viewer window. So we will talk in detail about this, all the things, while we started our session, while in a couple of time. So what happened here is, whatever the information that we're going to operate here, or whatever the data we are going to operate, that need to be programmed in this SaaS software itself only, no other software. Why? Because whatever the information that we are submitting to the FDA point of view, so FDA point of, they are requiring, or they wants that relevant information only the programs that has been performed in SaaS environment, or with that of the SaaS software itself. So the outputs what they are producing, basically what happens means, whatever the data that we are producing, that we will reshape the data. Okay, that will reshape the data, and final output we will generate. So we are going to submit that final output to the FDA point of thing for getting the approval process. So that FDA persons also, they are requesting, or they are requiring, or they are asking the data to be submitted to them only the programs that has been performed in that SaaS software. That is the main criteria why we are using the SaaS software. Okay. As I said, that whatever the data that might be present, either it is in text format file, or if it is present in CSV format, or it is present in XLS, or it might be any file format point of view, .access. Okay, any file format. So all this relevant data, okay, whatever the data that is present in all these criteria, any of this file format, what we need to do, we need to convert this file format into SaaS format, that is SaaS 7B data, into this format. This is nothing but dataset format. Why? Because if we convert that relevant to data into a dataset format only, then only we can have a privilege to work on that particular data. For example, what I will show you here is, I am having one of the data here. Just a second. So if you look at this, I'm having some Excel relevant information. Think that I'm having some data here. So the client has specified this data in an Excel sheet format. Suppose if I want to work on this particular data that is present in Excel sheet, I cannot able to directly work on this Excel sheet. What I need to do, I need to import this data into SaaS environment. Okay, I need to import this data into SaaS environment. Then only I can have a privilege to work on this particular data. For example, just what I will do here is, I will quickly write a program to import the data. So if you look into this Excel sheet, what I have done, I have converted into one of the data sets. See, this is a data set. So now I can work on this particular data. So first of all, what I have done, whatever the data that is present in external location, what I have done, I have imported the data into SAS environment. Why? Because after importing the data into the SAS environment only, I can have a privilege to work on the data. So what I can do, first point, what I have done, I have accessed the data. Okay, I have data access point of view. So if you look into this, we are having some functionality of SAS. Okay, this is a SAS functionality. First of all, what need to do? Data access, then data management, then analysis, then presentation point of view. First, what we have done here, first of all, we have accessed the data. Okay, we have first access the data with the help of data access procedure. Data access. After that, accessing the data, what we need to do, whatever the changes that we need to perform. So that we are performing the of data management. So what we are doing, we are managing some data with the help of some of the techniques that are present. Okay, if you look into this, what are those techniques means? So to access the data, we are having data statement point of view, or in-file statement, or the input statements. So these are the concepts that will be covering under data access point of view. And coming to the data management, we can have combining data sets like concatenation, interleaving, merge, update, modify, and also the conditional statement, if and where statement point of thing. Like this, we are having some of the things. So and also we are having attribute statement point of thing. So like that, we are accessing the data and we are managing whatever the data that is present. After that, what we are doing, after managing and accessing and managing, then we are doing data analysis. We are analyzing the data, means with the help of some of the techniques. Okay, like proc means procedure, proc summary procedure, proc univariate, as well as proc transpose, report point of thing, and as proc sort procedure point of thing, proc contents, so proc import export procedure point of thing. So those are the procedures we are using. And finally, what we are doing, we are representing the data. Okay, data reporting or data presentation. So what we are doing, we are representing the data. First, what we are doing, we are accessing the data, we are managing the data, and we are analyzing the data, and we are reporting the data. So how we are reporting, how the client is wanting that relevant information. Suppose what happened here, if you look into this data, it is present in this way. So the client asked me to represent this particular data into a tabular representation. Okay, final tabular. What I need to do, I need to access the data, I need to manage the data, I need to analyze the data, then I need to represent it to a tabular point of view, table representation. And finally, what I am doing, I am presenting that table in one of the output, like PDF format or HTML point of view or an RTF point of view. This is the flow, what the general thing is happening in SAS point of view. Here, I will correlate my topic with that of this particular SAS base and advanced point of view. So in the base point of view, what we have seen, data step. In the data step, we are accessing and we are managing the data. In proc step, what we have done, we are analyzing. We are doing analysis as well as we are reporting. So these are the things that are present. And coming to what is this advanced SAS? So advanced SAS is nothing but whatever the concepts that we have learned in base, as with the name only, it represents base, means nothing but basic programming we'll be having. So you might be thinking, we need to write programs. Will be having a lot of logics? So this is the easiest fourth generation language that is present in the market. Very, very easiest. So if you look into this, what are the concepts we are going to look? So it is relevant to that of the terminology that we are using in day-to-day life. So like if then else part of thing, where condition, keep, drop, rename. So we will not have the terminology that was not known to us. So whatever the terminology we are using, that is the terminology what we are using is relevant to the day-to-day life activity what we are using. So they're not much more programming aspect point of thing. There is no thinking that it might be a difficult point of thing. I am a life science background. I am from B Pharma D background student. I am not exposed to this statistical procedures. I am not exposed to this point of programming point of thing. So you should not think in such a way, because after entering or after starting your journey with the SAS, you will feel that, oh, it's very easy or it is very comfortable. Whatever the thing that I have in my mind before joining and after joining, whatever the things that are going will be in a different approach point of view. Why I'm saying is, everyone was thinking in such manner only before joining. After joining the thing, they are getting some sort of courage in themselves only. Why? Because before they'll be thinking in another prospect. Oh, we need to write code. So coding we are not aware of. So will that be code in a complicated way, or what they will think? No, it's very, very easy only. Okay. So whatever the concept that you have learned in base point of thing, the same concepts will be used in advanced point of thing. Here advanced we will cover the macros. Okay, macros and SQL point of view. Okay, so whatever the concept that we have learned in base, those concepts we will write in macros. Why? Because suppose if I want to write a program, means if I want to write some procedure like proc sort procedure or proc transpose, if I want to write that particular thing within a program multiple times, in that scenario, writing a base as code is not that much good, what I can say. Why? Because to write that particular task multiple times, rather than writing that one 4 to 5 times, if I create a macro, so it will take care of that. So macros, what it will do means it will shorten or it will reduce our programming amount of time. Why? Because if you want to perform the same operation multiple times, we can write macros. With the help of macros, what we'll do means we will reduce the time there. So what you have given a task to complete within 5 hours. So what you will do, you will write the base as code for the first programming. It took around 4.5 hours or 5 hours nearly. So into the next program, what you will do? Acha, I will write the program in advance by using some of the techniques. So what you will do, you will save more time. So you obviously will save 1 hour or 2 hours of time, because you will write the program in an advanced manner. So it will make your job very easy. So whatever the concept you have learned in base point of thing, that you will perform that operations in advanced manner. So that we will be discussing what exactly the advanced as macros will contain. Okay, and SQL. So in the SQL means it is a different way. So whatever the concepts that we have learned in base, we will write that particular code in proc SQL. So output we can generate both in base as well as advanced point of view. In base we will write, suppose if I want an output 10. Okay, if I want an output 10, so I can write 1 plus 9 will be 10, or I can also go with that of 5 plus 5. That is my approach. Okay, my output need to be represented as 10. So whatever the programming I'm using, either I can use base, or I can go with that of macros, or I can use the SQL point of thing. So any other thing is fine, but the output should be the same. So the client has required you to represent some output. So in that scenario, you can go with that of base, macros point of thing, or you can use SQL procedure. So anything you can use and you can write the program. So these are the 3 modules that are present in SAS point of view, that is base SAS and advanced. In the advanced, we are having macros as well as SQL point of view. Now coming to the project. Okay, project. What exactly the project contains? If you look into this, in this project point of thing, we are having 3 modules, that is SGTM, ADAM, and TLF. Okay, tables, listings, and figures. So coming to the SGTM, what exactly this SGTM means? Study data tabulation model. ADAM's nothing but analysis data models. TLFs in the name only, tables, listings, and figures point of view. So before going into that, so whatever the concept that we have learned either in base or advanced or SQL, those concepts we will be working on to the real-time data. Okay, those concepts we are going to work on to the real-time data. So coming to the project point of view, what exactly the project means? Suppose you are well aware of that of the clinical trials, as I will not discuss clinical trials. So we are having different phases. So think that one of the clinical study, X study has been conducted. For that particular clinical study, the sponsor will be approaching to one of the CRO company, and the discussions will be going on. So this is the molecule that I want to work on, that he has explained to the CRO company. Now the CRO companies, what they will do, they will go with that of their team. So like protocol development, CRF development, spec writers. Okay, so like that, different teams will be present. So what happens here, the protocol will be generated or developed. That protocol will be reviewed, and the final protocol will be sent to the clinical sites. In that clinical sites, what they will be having, they will be having CRF, that is case report forms. You are well known. So we'll be having protocol, and we are having CRF point of view. So what happens in that CRF, the investigators will be present, and in the CRF, what information that need to be collected in that particular visit. It might be a screening visit or a pre-screening visit point of thing, or in a treatment visit, or it might be a follow-up visit. Any visit it might be. So in that particular visit, what information that need to be collected, that relevant information only they will be capturing. Suppose if I came for screening visit, so in the screening visit, they have specified to collect all the vital signs information, or the physical examination point of thing, or the demographic relevant information. So what they will collect, they will collect all that relevant information, and they will place in one of the Excel sheet or one of the document form, what we can say, one of the document. So from this document, the CDM people, clinical data management people, what they will do, they will extract the data in an Excel sheet format or in a data set format, anything it might be. So what happened, whatever the data that has been collected in the clinical sites, that relevant information, this clinical data management people, what they will do, they will extract that relevant information, and they will convert that relevant information into an Excel sheet or in a data set format, and they will store in one of the drive. So this drives in real time, we will call it as database. So one of the, so in different companies use different database, Rave, Inform, Terra. So different databases that they are present. So here from these databases, SAS programmer, okay, from this databases, SAS program, what he will do, he will extract that information. How he will extract? He will extract that information using this concept, base concepts. So we have seen now this one, like how we have extracted the data with that of data access. Okay, based upon that, we will extract the data. After extracting the data, we'll be having some specification sheet. Spec means specification, how the program need to be performed. Okay, how the program need to be represented. Based upon the specification sheet, we will go with the top programming aspect point of view. Then what will happen to perform this programming aspect? First of all, we will perform on to the SGTM level. So in the specification sheet, we will be guided. So this variable should be derived in this manner. Okay, this variable is present in this particular data set, raw data set. So if you look into this we will call it as data set. Okay, this representing, see, this DS is representing as a data set point of view. This looks like data set look like this. So if you look into the extension of this particular thing, see, it is not shown here. So generally the dataset extension as I have specified .sas7b dot. Okay, that is the extension of a dataset. So if I want to work on the data that has been collected onto the clinical side, what I need to do, I need to import the data into the SAS environment. Then I need to perform this all operations using different techniques. So here coming to the aspect, if we look into this, the SAS program, what he is doing is importing the data. Which type of data? The data might be present in a standard or non-standard format. Why I'm calling it a standard or non-standard format? Because we are having specific guidelines. Okay, we are having specific guidelines. Those guidelines has been specified by the FDA. So this information should be represented in this standard format. So they have kept some certain standards. Those standards has been designed by CDC. Okay, CDC, Clinical Data Interchange Standard Consortium. Okay, this is a non-profitable organization. Whatever the changes that has been implementing or whatever the things that has been going around in the clinical point of thing, so they will be implementing or they will be adding this SDTM level and ADAM level point of view. So SDTM is the basic concept, means study data tabulation model, means nothing but whatever the information that has been collected, just we will collect that relevant information and we will convert that relevant data into a standard format. Just we will not do any changes, just we will reshape the data by changing the variable names or by changing the form of the data. Like that, we will extract the data and we will change into a standard format as per the requirement of this SDTM IG. Okay, we will follow some IG implementation date. So as of now, we are following 3.2. Okay, every year year or based upon the requirement, they will be changing this IG point of view. So as of present, we are having 3.3, but we are using 3.2 as of now. So what exactly SDTM IG represent means whatever the data that has been collected, just we will reshape the data or we will just convert into a standard format. After completion of the SDTM point of thing, we will be going into ADAM level. Why? Because ultimately to the FDA point of thing, we will submit the data in a tabular representation or a listing point of thing or a figure representation. This is the final what we are going to submit. So the data might be collected in such a manner, okay, in some different manner point of view. Suppose if you look into this, just let me show you one more thing. So the data has been collected in this way and they have represented in this way. Okay. Now what I want to do, I will reshape the data. Whatever the data that has been collected, what I will do, I will reshape the data as per the requirement. So this data will be done in SDTM level. Okay. That data will be, this data what I have collected will be done in SDTM level. Then what I will do is I will perform that in ADAM level. And finally, table listing and figure generation. Suppose if you look into the data, the data is present in this format. To generate table or a listing or figure, this data is not sufficient for me. Why? Because this data will be present in character representation. So what I need to do, I need to convert all the data that is present in SDTM level into numeric format. So that will be done in analysis data models, ADAM level. So here ADAM is nothing but analysis data model. Analysis is nothing but we will convert all the SDTM relevant data into a numeric format here. Okay, we will convert this data that is present in character representation, means character format of data into numeric. Why we are converting? Because to perform or to represent the data into tabular representation, we need the numeric data. So here from SDTM level to the TLF level, we are here the ADAM is acting as a bridging point of view. Okay, in SDTM level we will be having the character data, in ADAM level we will be having the numeric data, and finally, what we are doing from the ADAM relevant information, we are converting the data into a tabular representation. And we are submitting this data to the FDA. So before going into that, what is happening is after the data has been generated from SDTM level, it will be converted to ADAM level. ADAM level, it will be converted into the TLF point of thing. After conversion to TLF point of thing, now the medical writers will be coming into the place. Medical writers will be coming and they will write, as well as we will have a statistician point of view, and we'll be discussing with the biostatisticians and so with the top clinical data management people. So SAS programmers will have a collaboration with the clinical data management people, biostatistician, or we can say statisticians, as well as medical writers, as well as to the top regulatory point of thing, regulatory authorities. So they will be having a keen collaboration with all those things. So finally, we'll be submitting the data in a medical writer will write that relevant information in their terminology point or content point of content writers will call it as. So they will be writing that relevant information in their terminology and they will be submitting. So why we are doing all these things? Then finally we are submitting TLF only in the table representation or listing or figure representation. Why SDTM is required? Why ADAMS we need to perform? Because to get this relevant output, to have an okay, if the FDA persons ask how you have generated this table, what you will say, this is the raw data from that I have generated. No, we need to have a transparency. So we need to have a connections. So from this raw data, I have created SDTM. From this SDTM, I have created ADAM. From this ADAM, I have generated table. To have a connectivity or to have a transparency or to have a traceability point of view, we will generate this all this criteria. Okay. The final point of thing, what we are doing, whatever the data that has been collected, we are the SAS programmers, what they are doing, applying the SAS logics or applying the concept, they are converting that particular data into the final output, what FDA is needing. Then you might be thinking, why we need to follow this all the criteria? Because if you don't have a single agenda, suppose I'm the CEO of a company and X person is having another company. So if they follow their standards and if I follow my standards, so FDA will not able to understand what exactly. So to have that particular bridge point of thing, they have specified some certain things. So the data should be represented in this way. Everyone should follow in the same manner only. So they have specified. So what happens if you specify the data or if you produce the data in a structured or whatever the format that they are requiring. So if you provide that relevant information, what happens? Our approval process will be faster. It will not be delayed. So to get the approval fast, to get the approval fast, or to get it the molecule fast into the market point of thing, SAS programmers, what they are doing, they are presenting the data in a manner that FDA is required. So what happened if they require the thing in such standard format, it will make our job very easy, as well as the job easy for FDA persons to scrutiny the thing and to approve the product very fast. Suppose if you specify the data in non-standard format, to review the data, to analyze the data, it will take a lot of time. But if you do the same criteria with that of SAS program and you will submit that relevant information to the FDA point of thing, it will make their job very easy and we will get the approval very fast and we will go into the market in not in less than time point of view. That is the main concept of the SAS program. Just what they are doing, whatever the data that has been collected, they are converting that data using SAS programming or using SAS techniques, and they are representing as per the requirement of that FDA to get or to enhance the process of getting approval into the market very easy. So that is the whole criteria that we are having here. So coming to the opportunities point of thing, we are having a lot of ample scope. If you look into the trend point of thing, if you look into from the past 4 years or 3 years, if you look into the trend, so it has been drastically increased due to a lot of clinical trials has been initiated onto the COVID relevant information as well as onto the new molecules point of view. So whatever the data that they are requiring, okay, whatever the data we are going to submit, they are asking that relevant information that has been programmed in SAS language. So that's why we are having the SaaS having very much or lot of boom in the market as of now. If you look into this, so you might be thinking some of the tools that are present are also we are using. So if R is not an it's an open tool, open market tool. It will not have that much of security levels. But if you look at the SaaS, we are dealing on to the patient relevant information. That information should be very confidential. So SaaS is providing that confidentiality point of view. So you might be thinking, sir, we are also switching to R. We are using R. Yes, we are using R. But how much extent? Only in the 100% we are using only 3% or 2%. Why? Because at the final representation of tabular representation or table or a figure or a listing representation point of view, we are representing or we are adding our programming to enhance the color or to enhance the peaking point of view. Okay, for that purpose only we are using, not 98 or 97% we are relying on SaaS programming only, just only the 3% only we are relying on that R point of view. So you might be thinking whether statistical background is necessary. No, whatever the statistical procedures we are going to use that are predefined. That procedure or that syntax relevant information is predefined. Just we need to apply those logics only. We need to pass the information into those things only. Then we will get the output. So if you start working onto the SaaS, you will get to know what is what and everything. So coming to the opportunity, as I said, we are having lot of scope, ample of scopes for the SaaS programming as of now. It will not stop. It will be continued for a decade, I think so. Okay. Just let me, this is a SaaS functionality. What I can say is, so what are the responsibilities that are present and the core functionality where the SaaS is applicable? What are the role of clinical SaaS programmer in the clinical sector point of view? Okay. And what are the topics that we are going to cover? So what is the future of the SaaS? So that is the thing. And coming to the syllabus point of view, I will share the syllabus one. I will show the syllabus. So we'll be having the what is the introduction point of view, as well as a what is a data statement, in-file statement, input statement, what are the attributes, conditional statement, combining data sets, functions, and other statements we are having. And the procedures, import, export, content, compare, append. So not many means, summary, freak, report, transpose, ODS concept, do loops, arrays. And coming to advanced, the macros point of thing, and also the SQL. And coming to the clinical programming point of thing, we'll be dealing on one of the project. And in that, we'll be going on to the STDM levels on different domains like demographic, disposition, adverse event, concomitant medication, exposure point of thing, vital signs, laboratory, inclusion and exclusion criteria, IE domain point of thing, trial design models. So, and we'll be discussing about how the spec will be created, the annotation of CRF point of view, what is the control terminology, what does it contains, and also the ADAM level, we'll be discussing about ADSL, ADAE, ADCM, ADVS, ADLB point of view. And also we'll be quick to some of the tables, safety tables point of view, and also listings. So this is the content what we are going to show in this complete clinical SaaS point of view, including base, advanced, as well as a clinical domain. So this is the thing what I'm having. So if you're having any sort of queries, just let us shoot out. Just I'm sharing the screen. Just if you're having any concerns, let so as I said that, looking into the questions. So as I said that until unless the clinical trial stops, there will be what we can say is why? Because unless the trials happens, we need to submit the data in that SAS programming language. That is
yes. So guys, do you have any questions? Is there a need to download this software? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
We will
we will
tell
be.
you.
Yeah, we
We
will
will
provide that software to you, and we
we'll
will.
provide the software links, everything to you.
Yeah, we will guide you how to download that software, because if you look into the market point of thing, most of them are saying to use only the university edition.
No, SaaS
No, no,
software cannot be used in mobile.
no. It's completely it's of 16 GB software. It
Yes,
cannot accommodate in the mobile.
it's not for the mobiles. Yes, definitely not. And are we doing this practically in system? Yes, you need to do it practically in system. So you need the laptop at least.
What are the technical skills required means practice aspect. Technical skills, nothing. Just you need to be what I can say, graduate. That's it.
Yes, and our course is, we are starting it from the scratch. As I told you, we are including all three levels: basic, advanced, and the clinical SaaS. So you don't need any kind of special technical skill, technical skills or any kind of experience before on SaaS programming. So you can directly join, and we will teach you from the scratch to the advanced version and the clinical version. Can you elaborate on the projects which will be working? The project we cannot disclose right now, or we cannot say, because we'll be working definitely on the industrial project. Climed has its own, our CRO. Climed is actually the CRO, so we have our own projects, and whatever projects were going on that time, that will be discussed, and the entire processing will be, discussed with you from other, industrial projects also. So don't worry about that. The entire course is hands-on training on the software.
Yes,
Okay.
every life science background student, either pharma D student or B Farm, M Farm, any student can.
Yeah, you can learn, Muhammad Naveed. You can learn SAS, no problem at all. We'll teach you from the basics. R and SAS, which one widely used in clinical sector? C, we have our FDA. SAS is the official software of FDA. They don't use R or SPSS or any other software. They need the data only in SAS programmings. Okay. R and the SPSS, these are the programs for industrial, what we say, industrial, statistical analysis softwares, and these are the kind of softwares which are used by the students, because those are easy to use, and there are no no need to do that kind of programming, so that they are easy to use. So that's why those softwares are widely used by the students, institutions, and the industry. But SAS is the official software, statistical software for the FDA. Okay, we will tell in the group, if you are our students, we will tell you in the group and in our upcoming classes how to download, and we'll provide the software also. How can I learn it from the basics? You can join us. As I told you, the fees for today, only for you, only for all the attendees, it is 15,000 only. Okay, it is 15,000 only, and if you want to join, you can join, and you can pay in installments also, 2 installments, so there is no problem at all. See, Lakan, we are not providing any kind of placements, because we are 100% training institutes, but we help our students in sharing the interviews, in sending the positions, and we help them because our people, our mentors are from industry. They help definitely, but we do not promise. We do not actually, see, there is no need of promise, because we do not go towards the placement side, because we are 100% training institute, and we train our students completely, so they can directly crack the interviews, and there are many people have placed from the past batches, and that's why we are pro in the SAS certifications and SAS training in India. We do not go for placements at all. We train our students 100% on the software, 100% hands-on training, and our students are able to crack the interviews by themselves. But it's not like that we don't help. We help definitely. If you are going to the industry, we prepare you for the interviews and all, everything. We tell whatever. And we are giving some kind of question banks also. We are providing all question bank means whatever you need for the certifications and all, everything. We are helping in that also. Yes, lifetime valid course certificates are lifetime validity. Definitely. Our certificates are for the lifetime validity, and you will have the access to the recordings even until you want. Okay, so if no more questions, thank you very much. I will open the mics if you want to, if you all, okay, can my team open the mics for all? Okay, now you can even speak to us if you want. You can open your mics and speak. Next class, Anupriya, we will update in the group. Yes, if someone wants to talk, they can talk. They can open their mics. Okay, if no questions, then guys, thank you very much. And if you want to join us, you can just.
Excuse me, sir. One question, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, presently, I am working as a lecturer in college.
Okay.
So, can I shift my career to SAS now? I'm having an experience of around 12 years, but I'm interested in SAS. Can I shift and can I excel in my career if I shift to SAS?
No, definitely. See, if you are interested in SAS and if you want to shift your career, see, multidisciplinary careers are not harmful at all. If you want to shift the career, we have many students who are shifting from clinical research to medical writing, who are shifting from medical writing to pharmacovigilance, who are shifting from pharmacovigilance to medical writing or SAS programming, because SAS programming is a trend now. Okay, SAS programming is a trend, and people are getting a good salary and hiking to great positions in couple of years only with the good package. So people are shifting their careers. So it's not harmful for anyone. If you are really interested, you can shift. Okay, you can definitely look into the cons and pros, and you can definitely shift the career. I think
Yes,
Dr.
and
Chandra,
yes, Dr. And also our course is designed for such people as well. That's why we focus only on weekends,
yes,
so that the people from other areas also can
join.
take advantage. Yeah.
Yes. So if you are working anywhere, you can join and you can attend the classes, because our classes are in weekends only. One class on Saturday, one class on Sunday.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Madam,
you.
to add to your question, I must thank Climed Solutions because I am also a faculty who took many courses from Climed. As sir said, I am doing the interdisciplinary also.
Yes.
Because change is the only one thing which make our career big and right. So we can take a shift in the career, make our bright future. That is only possible when you take a risk. So I have taken a risk.
Definitely, Dr. Sanath, yes.
Yeah. I have taken a risk and I made my mind to change my positions. It is really wonderful time with Climed since last 1.5 years.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for your
Class
answer.
timings. Okay, Furkan is asking class timings. So Saturday class timings are usually from 5 to 7. And Sundays also, Sundays evening classes are sometimes 3 or 4 to 6. I mean, there are 2 hours classes every day. So depends on the students also. We discuss with the students whenever they want the classes, and we conduct on their convenient hours. So once you are joining the family, you all will decide what you have to do, when you are free, when you have to take the classes. New batch is starting today. Okay, today was the first demonstration and induction class. So next class will be next week. 6 months. This course is 6 months. When we started with the base and advanced, that was 4 months. But now we have included clinical SAS also, clinical project also. So this is 5 to 6 months. Somewhere it will end in 5 to 6 months. as we are predicting. So there'll be a lot of classes, around 60 hours of the learnings, 60 plus hours of the learning. Pratik Surve, I think I have answered your question. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for joining, and thank you everyone for joining and participating. I really like your enthusiasm because many people are joining in YouTube channel, and many people are joined here. And happy Advanced Pharmacist Day to everyone who belongs to the pharmacy profession, guys. And the Pharmacovigilance Week is also going on, and along with that, I would like to tell you that we are launching our pharmacovigilance course, and other courses are also going on. We have the course on clinical research, which will start today, which will start actually tomorrow. And tomorrow, don't forget to join us. Don't forget to join us for the demonstration and induction class of clinical research. The class will be at 2 p.m. And you all must got the email, right? The class is at 2 p.m. tomorrow, induction class. So please don't forget to join us through YouTube or through a Zoom link. Please join us tomorrow 2 p.m. also, guys. Okay. Thank you very much. Take care. Good night, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Ashok and Varun. Thank you very much. Take care, guys. Take care.
Thank you.